13 Action News starts now.
Changes are coming to the federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
It's a move that could cut coverage for thousands of people in Ohio. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program is our big story today. We start with a new warning from the federal assistance agencies. They say the prolonged government shutdown, now in its 17th day, could pose a threat to millions of Americans who rely on SNAP benefits. According to the USDA, SNAP is the nation's largest nutrition assistance program, serving nearly 42 million people each month as of last year. And the benefits are available to low-income households, and it does not target a specific group of people. In a letter to state health officials this week that was obtained by ABC News, the acting head of SNAP says the program only has funding available for benefits and operations through the month of October. He added that if the shutdown continues, quote, there will be insufficient funds to pay full November SNAP benefits for approximately 42 million individuals across the nation. The letter also stated a need for a contingency plan if operations need to stop ahead of sending the November benefits to vendors.
Also happening at the end of this month, a federal directive will take effect. It will automatically close coverage for people who have lost eligibility under the new law. The legislation, which is part of President Trump's big, beautiful bill, is expected to cut coverage for thousands of people in Ohio. Starting November 1st, SNAP benefits will be limited to U.S. citizens and green card residents who have completed a 5-year waiting period. This will affect asylees, refugees, parolees, and immigrant survivors of domestic violence. And
they don't give a damn about WIC. They don't give a damn about SNAP. In their big ugly bill, they cut those programs. So that tells you who they are. And again, who they are are a group of people who are not on the side of regular folks.
With this legislation, we're fulfilling the mandate we were entrusted with last November and setting our country and the American people up to be safer, stronger, and more prosperous.
So who does this impact? There are millions of people right here in Ohio who rely on those SNAP benefits. Take a look at this map. This gets all of the data from the entire state and then breaks it down by county. We're going to take a closer look to see who's impacted by this. If you look at Lucas County, that is the largest percentage of the population within our viewing area receiving SNAP benefits. More than 72,000 people rely on these benefits every month, nearly 17% of the population. Now, if you look in Seneca County, nearly 13% more than of the population there also relies on it. And if you go over to Putnam County, that is the county with the lowest number of recipients. Only about 5% of the population relying on those SNAP benefits on a monthly basis.
with SNAP in limbo, some are worried about how they will pay for food.
Yeah, some are saying they need to rely on food banks or pantries if they don't have that money, and fear that that will put a strain on those resources. 13
Action News reporter Matt Mergen has that angle of the story. He joins us live, new at 4:30. Matt.
Tina and Tony, a few SNAP benefits recipients told me that they don't know where else to turn if these benefits are reduced or even taken away. The Toledoans I spoke with say this program has helped them and their families through some very difficult times, and that they don't know where they would be without it. One woman who used to use SNAP says the program helped her provide food and care for her kids. She said it's disheartening that families still relying on the money could have to go with less. One senior I spoke with said he's been relying on these benefits for around 6 years because he is unable to work. He's worried about losing the benefit as grocery store prices continue to rise.
I've been using SNAP benefit for a while. I don't think I'll really be able to make it without SNAP. And a whole lot of people rely on it. It means everything to me.
I also spoke to the president and CEO of the Toledo Northwestern Ohio Food Bank today, who says that with SNAP funding in jeopardy and changes to the program, they are preparing for an influx of people needing help. Tina.
All right, thanks so much, Matt. From there, some changes could be coming to Ohio's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program as well. The governor's pushing for a ban of certain items. Remember we told you about this? He's seeking a federal waiver to prevent recipients who use the dollars from using that money to buy sugary drinks. The governor formed a working group back in July that pushed for a state ban on carbonated beverages with sugar, corn syrup, or high fructose corn syrup listed as the primary or secondary ingredient. Now, a request still needs to be submitted by October 28th, but that deadline could be pushed back in part because of the government shutdown.
The use of SNAP by food insecure Americans can vary based on unemployment, food costs, and seasonal changes. But it's particularly important during the holiday season. This year, we're seeing an increase in some food prices as well. The American Farm Bureau Federation says economic factors and disease challenges have driven up wholesale turkey prices 40% this year. Retailers are trying to help people out, putting deals on food out sooner.
Overall, grocery bills are up. Just the price of meat is up. The price of, other commodities are up. And this is why retailers are putting promotions on for Thanksgiving staples earlier than they typically would to help people spread out that spend.
Other retailers like Kroger and Target are expected to release their Turkey Day deals coming soon. SNAP retailers across the country are running out of pennies. It's led some to round up or down to the nearest nickel for cash transactions.
But others fear that doing so might actually be against the law. 13 Action News anchor Josh Croup explains.
The U.S. stopped producing pennies earlier this year, citing high production costs. Last year, it cost 3.7 cents to make every 1 cent coin. Shipments of pennies to places like grocery or convenience stores have also stopped. As a result, some businesses are pleading with customers to go cashless or choosing just on their own to round up or round down to the nearest nickel on cash transactions. There is no law requiring private businesses to accept cash or coin payments, but federal regulations do prohibit stores from charging SNAP customers more or less than people paying with cash or credit cards. So if a store rounds a cash transaction, but the SNAP customer pays the exact amount, that could be viewed as a discriminatory practice or preferential treatment under the law. This week, a coalition of trade groups representing the nation's grocery, retail, and convenience stores sent a letter to the Agriculture Secretary raising those concerns, saying this diminishing penny inventory is beginning to cause a cascade of negative events in stores across the country. The groups also recently asked members of Congress to pass a rounding bill to help address these concerns. Josh Croup, 13 Action News.